Paula, and I'm a professional photographer. I'm a human rights photographer, and I've been coming down to Occupy Wall Street for the last 3 weeks. And I've spent one night here, but I've actually never officially slept here, and tonight is the beginning of that. And the reason is, for me, being a photographer is a very effective way to be an activist, by sharing my images and documenting what is going on. But I also feel very strongly that my body is my real primary focus of activism here, and that by being here, by spending the night, by spending days here, by talking to people, is really how I can be very effective in offering help in whatever way is needed. So I'm staying here tonight for the first night. I don't know where I'm sleeping yet, but I'm sure I'll find a place to lay down for the night.
So you said you're a human rights photographer.
Yeah, that's really nailing it in a way, isn't it? It's not... I've been traveling around the world for over 30 years, and I'm primarily interested in documenting how to stop and prevent sexual violence against women. So I worked for human rights organizations for many years, so in that way I qualify myself as a human rights photographer rather than a photojournalist.
Beautiful. And what have been your observations here down, I mean, you haven't spent the entire night here, but what have been your observations thus far?
Well, I come from a history of this kind of activism, which I think is really the most effective, where you don't go home, where you don't march, which marches can be powerful, and then you go home and it's over. So for me, this is the ultimate kind of a protest. So what do I see? I find this space absolutely fantastic and fascinating. And I walk through, and the chess players are playing chess. You know, there might be like Jesse Jackson was here today, and there's like a crowd in the corner with Jesse, and the Congo players are playing the Congo, and the knitting lady is knitting, and the man who occupies the box and paints on it is occupying his box. You know, and every corner there's something happening, but it's all happening within this very tiny space in New York City. My observations are that this is absolutely what I've been longing for on a personal level, and politically also. And I believe in this movement, and that it is a revolution. It will be revolutionary. It has the opportunity to do something that hasn't been done here in a very, very, very long time, and to do things in a completely unique way. And the necessity is so enormous. And this is answering that necessity.
No, it was funny. Someone was saying, we were talking about how...
Where can people find more about your work?
Oh, look, I have a website. I could give you the name of that, which is, it's www.paula-allen.com.
Paula-Allen,
yes.
A-L-L-E-N?
Yeah.
.com. Beautiful. And I know that you said yesterday, or recently, you took a picture of my sign.
I did.
Occupy My Room. What did you think when you saw that sign?
I wasn't sure what you meant when I saw it. So I took the picture because I was wondering what your connection was, and you could tell me with your sign.
But what do you see in the words "Occupy My Room"?
Well, I felt
what does it conjure up?
I thought it was a very personal response, which is why I like being here, because everybody has a sign that's very personal to them about what your relationship is with your womb, and that you wanted a positiveness that was occupying your womb. It wasn't about taking something away from you, it was about giving something to you and nurturing your womb in some way. I hope.
Yes. Yep. I think that America's a womb, but America isn't nurturing all of its children. And hence, at 31 years old, I don't think that I, right now, want to bring forth a child into this world and watch my belly grow and watch the questions grow as my child gets older as to why there's so much inequity, why there's so much hypocrisy, why there's so much corruption. So Occupy My Room represents becoming pregnant with questions. Because questions have power. And when you have questions, you're on a quest.
Yeah, you know, I love it, and I also, one of the things that I hope that people are doing is being comfortable in their questions here. Because there's always a need, what are we doing, what are you doing, why are we here, what are the reasons for it? There has to be a purpose. Well, there clearly is a purpose, and there are clearly answers, but I'm much more interested in the questions now. I come here with looking and seeking, and being a seeker, not with knowing. So people are coming. They go, well, what do you want? What are you doing? And it's time to stop asking that and just doing.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. I'm glad to have the opportunity. I hope it does something that affects and inspires somebody to hear my words.
Thank you.
Thanks.